Well, welcome back to the local game for another week. I am Johnny Keko. Thank you for joining us once again. And alongside me is Simon Gimenez. Good to have you back, mate.
I know, you might be getting sick of me soon. It's only early in the season.
You never get sick of you. 2 weeks in a row, but 3 out of the 4. You can't get sick of it because we've got a lot of football to talk, and it's good to have you in the studio. We've got some varied guests. I know I love having you here, but there's some other guest names still to come in the next coming weeks. But obviously, being players, a lot of them have a lot of clashing schedules at the moment with the round 1 kicking off across all the leagues. We got someone in State League 2, WSL and the WNPL, so busy times.
That's all right, I'm happy to warm the bench when it comes time.
You're probably enjoying the new chair as well.
I'm enjoying the new chair.
Yeah, a bit comfortable, isn't it?
Still have to make my new groove in it for the next person to sit in it.
Well, it might be a bit uncomfortable for them by the time they get in. But now, great week to be back once again. I'm looking forward to it. I've just come back from Sydney. I'm feeling refreshed. It was awesome over there. And I've kept these. I was going to get rid of them this week, but Matildas are through to the quarters. It was a great experience. And I've got a new tactic. If anyone in the local leagues in South Australia want to do it, if you're not happy with something, just protest like North Korea did, because that was watching that in the flesh was fantastic. It was weird, but if I saw that in the local leagues, it would be so much to talk about.
I'm sure FSA will be stoked with that. Go on, give it a try.
Give it a try. No, don't do it. It's not a great tactic, but it was, as a neutral though, it was great to watch. They weren't happy with the VAR overturning China's goal and giving it to them, and they went down. But the funny thing was, they protested. They ended up calling the half. And then at second half they came out, and then they scored an equaliser, got overturned by VAR. You couldn't script it any better.
Cool. Well, it's funny because sometimes the punishable offences are the most entertaining as well. So, yeah, that's consistent.
I enjoyed it. It was fun, and I didn't realise I was amongst all the North Korean fans. Then I went for a walk and got a nice variety of the fans down there. But Parramatta Stadium, if Adelaide United play down there, head down. You won't regret it. It's actually a really cool stadium to go watch football. And
a decent commute from the city as well, I understand.
About an hour, yeah. A little bit further than Stadium Australia, but get there early, have dinner there. I went to a great Greek restaurant. They call it pita there, not gyros. So I had to get a pita and then a Gawler Eagles, which I took into the stadium, which I found out I wasn't supposed to, but I got the best security guard that said, hide it. So great. Watching football with having a Gawler Eagles was a highlight of mine, because the last time I did that was at West Adelaide. So doing it at Westpac Combank Stadium.
Yeah.
Yes, was fantastic. But anyway, let's talk about local football now. Turn our attention to the local leagues. The first one is we're talking about FSA. The FSA report came out not long ago now, and some interesting takes in there. There's a lot about the system with the kids, with the under 18s, the under 20s, and all that. Also some stuff about amateur football, of recommendations of what they should do with it. Footballers, I know Sassel came out with a statement saying they're going to be looking at that at the moment, and the board will come out with some decisions. And then also FSA have come out with their report and further notes on it as well. But you've got the thing in front of you, so
I do.
Talk us through what do you think is the biggest talking point from this, and something to take out and note.
Well, the future direction of senior men's competitions in Greater Adelaide is the name of the report. And they say that the purpose of the project is to identify what the optimum structure for the competition is, which aligns with semi-professional game and ensure viability of the competition's operation and growth within metropolitan Adelaide. So that's a little bit of background to better help understand that. In terms of main things that stick out for me is around that the different age group competitions. So the recommendations from the group who put together the report says FSA should restructure the underpinning NPL State League first team competitions to under 18s, under 20s, under 23s to maximise player retention, enhance player development and align to FA's player roster principles. To that, FSA says they support the recommendation. And then skipping ahead through all the details, they said should the change take place, it could be implemented in the 2027 season. So I guess the bit that sticks out the most is that will be some drastic changes and happen pretty soon. So I guess we'll see whether that's likely to happen.
How do you see it happening though?
Look, I don't know. With all of this, it says that to consult with the clubs, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing to it, because they can have the want to make these changes, but if the clubs aren't ready to do it, then it's just not going to work, is it? So, yeah, I guess there's a lot to play out, and there's a lot of stakeholders to have their say, and I think it's So it depends on a lot of moving parts. So
And there was a take on there about the Sassel and CSL as well.
Yeah.
And that, I think from what I read, that they wasn't something they were too concerned about at the moment, the FSA. They're pretty happy with things how they are.
So the recommendation is if the CSL and SASL wish to continue to operate independently as an affiliated association, they should do so with greater alignment and collaboration with FSA, including through adoption and consistent application of rules and regulations. Sorry, there's a lot of words to get through. FSA says they support this recommendation subject to adoption by CSL and SASL. The review of the competition rules and regulations could take place in the 2026 season for implementation 2027. To me, that's very broad wording. It says what their intention is, but there's a lot of things that have to happen. So, but nonetheless, that's what they want to do. Let's see how that plays out over the next 12 months or so.
Before we move on, any other ones that stand out there for you as well? Or?
This is interesting. Volunteer burden could be minimised, participation maximised, and club sustainability enhanced if consistent policies were enacted for and embraced by all football stakeholders. Again, that's a lot of words. I guess what it's trying to say is the burden on volunteers and try to, I guess, make it easier for clubs to participate.
Okay.
We know there's a lot of hardworking volunteers. It's great to see that there's some focus on that. What will happen? Again, let's wait and see.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see how they do this. And obviously it's just a report to just highlight certain areas. So not all of it can be fixed instantly, or not all of it may be looked at, but it's just been out there now. So it's out there to see what they're going to, I'm sure they're working behind the scenes on what to do next.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess it's also up to the clubs as well to hold them to account a little bit, as that they've got this report now that I guess clubs, if they don't think FSA is doing enough, that they can say, hey, here's your report that you sanctioned. What are you doing to address these points? So,
yes.
Interesting.
As before we move on to our second point, which is about social media and also includes volunteers there as well. Just something that I've been made aware of, and I'm sure a lot of people in the community may have heard of it at the moment. It's called SAFCA. So South Australian Football Club Association, I think it is. Alliance, sorry. South Australian Football Club Alliance. And this is my understanding that clubs have incorporated and formed an association to give clubs a stronger representation. There's over 30 clubs in SA that have currently signed onto this. And we just found out about this, and it's out there now, and we'll have more information on this in the coming weeks, hopefully.
Yeah. If you're involved with the club, you probably already know about it. And I guess trying to give more of a collective voice to the clubs. So it should be interesting to see what sort of impact they can make.
Yeah, so it's an alliance that's been built with over 30 clubs in South Australia. So that's pretty big. So it's all about broadening the game, I think, and just strengthening the voice. So yeah, well, thank you for to hear that. And now we can talk more about it in the coming weeks. Hopefully we'll find more, but that's all we know at this stage. Let's move on to number 2, which is social media. Big thing at the moment. We spoke about it last week about the media coverage, but the social media coverage at the moment from clubs is up their game, haven't they?
Yeah.
I even think they should be applauded for even just the little things where, even if it's just a tiny mic that they only cost $50 to $100. They're not all the best quality, but that's a start to get these interviews with players and getting to know the teams as well.
You're probably the most qualified person to talk on this topic, and you're probably too humble to say so, but this studio has been built from something that was probably initially quite humble, and you've got this technology in the palm of your hands where you can film your players, you can give a platform, and just put up a video. Do a video or two every week.
It started here with a $20 Kathmandu pull-out table with a tablecloth, which was 2 pieces of black material.
Yeah. So if you've got with your phone, you've got the ability to showcase your players, ask them some interesting questions, and let the public know we're part of the media. We want to know the stories of these players. The easiest way to find it is to go onto those social media players, meet the players, see the team lists, who's in, who's out, what's been happening around the club. And they're doing that this year, which is fantastic.
I think it's great. And there's clubs out there that want to improve and go further. So if you do want to go further as well, I know I've been approached. I know other boys in the and girls in the commentary space have been approached by certain clubs as well. Go down that route. There's even other kids that are still learning and wanting to come through, that may not want to be in commentary but want to be involved in media. Great way to learn. And
they're probably even better at the social media stuff than us, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's a great platform, and you're doing something good for the community as well through the club, which is already doing great things. But giving that platform for someone to to test the waters and have fun and building the club exposure as well at the same time. So I think it's a great hand-in-hand thing. And if it wasn't for me going out to volunteer up in the hills back in the day and being involved at Mount Barker United and Adelaide Hills Hawks there commentating and doing social media, and they got me to do some stuff there as well, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today, because those clubs gave me the avenue to get to where I am now, and I think a lot of clubs can do that. So, and a lot of clubs are doing that, so they should be applauded for that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And lastly, let's talk about applauding some clubs. The Australia Cup preliminary rounds, and now the WSL WNPL Cup had its first draw as well. Some big fixtures coming up. Let's just quickly touch on the women's one first. It's only four teams are playing at the moment in 2 matches. It's an elimination pretty much, and the rest have got to bye. And in round 2 will be where all clubs are put in for a round of 16, I think it is.
Yeah, so I guess not really starting with a bang, just with
really.
the 4 clubs, but nonetheless it's a start. So
Yeah.
it can only grow from here.
Some big matchups there, so it'll be interesting to see who will make it through. It's a very interesting one doing it that way. But there's been talk of other ways to do it, but we'll see. Next year they do change it up, but as it is, just got to watch 2 games.
Yeah.
But easy to keep an eye across, so that's all right. And then the men's one as well, some big fixtures. Very quickly, just talk about one of them. I think is the biggest one to look at is the NPL Grand Final rematch. Croydon and Metro, they got each other.
Yeah, that's really exciting. That's one that I'm looking forward to seeing. And for me, another standout as well, just maybe for the road trip, is West Adelaide have a trip up to Whaler, which will be exciting. Whaler's got a big Greek community, proud football history as well. So I have a feeling that West Adelaide will be embraced when they get up there. So yeah, it should be exciting to see them travel away to Whaler Lions.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. We might jump on the bus with them maybe.
Why not?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Save them a seat.
Yeah, but I wonder if they'll pack some rolls, some lamb.
Oh yeah,
lamb
the
on spit
snacks will
rolls.
be elite. You know that.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to the Australia Cup once again, and I went to the Brussville game on the weekend. What a game that was! So absolutely incredible atmosphere. The Brazilians were just giving it to LA Uni, and it was fantastic. Yeah, so I've really enjoyed that. A 2-2 draw in full time, and then went to extra time where they lost 4-2 in the end, unfortunately. But a late equaliser, it was mental. It was absolutely mental from Brussville.
You love to see a little bit of a different flavour in the competition, which is great. All for it.
It's great. They haven't been able to go past that stage yet, but they've done well holding out with those big clubs as well. So well done to them. But well done to, and also 3 more Sassel teams are left in the cup competition, and they've got State League 1 and State League 2 teams. So this could be interesting.
Yeah, one to watch.
Yep, absolutely. We've seen State League 1 teams get knocked out in the last round, so who knows what's next. But anyway, for those on Channel 44, we're going to head to a break. But for those staying on the local game on YouTube, we have Volunteer of the Week.
My name's Tina and I volunteer here at Gawler Eagles FC, and my position at this club is Treasurer and Registrar. So my kids have been playing here probably, my daughter started when she was 4, so that's probably 15 years ago. But we've been running the club with my husband, who's the president, for the last 8 years. What I love about the Gawler Eagles is the family atmosphere that we've created here. It's a real family. The people that we've met along the way, and it's just good to see the kids grow in soccer. So because we've been involved in this club for so long, it's our kids' home club, and it always will be. Doesn't matter where they go or what they do, it's always going to be their home club. So we got a local government grant for change rooms, and we've named it the Riley McGree Centre on behalf of Riley. So that's been probably the biggest achievement in the last few years. Yeah, it's an honour to be Volunteer of the Week, so thank you to Foodland. Thanks to Foodland, and thanks to the local game for the nomination.
Well, there we are down at Gawler. All thanks to Foodland, Mighty South Aussies, and I love the community, and they came on board for this. So it's great to be able to reward those that do a lot for our game, and thanks to Gawler. It was great heading down there, and the players down there gave me this jersey as well. It's an old playing top of theirs, but they wanted me to put it on show, so There it is. We'll put it there.
Very
for the rest
nice.
of the
You got
show,
the
maybe.
long sleeve one as well.
Yeah, so we'll put it there for the rest of the show. There we go. Yeah, it's fantastic to head out, and Foodland are a great supermarket here in South Australia, and I love shopping there because you get to support locals. They're all friendly there, and one thing I've noticed recently as well, how many local football people work at Foodland. I did not realise that before, and it's having some great conversations at some of the Foodland's referees, officials, and yeah, it's great.
There you go.
There you go. So, but it's fantastic to be a part of it, and they're giving back to the community. So it's what it's all about, and that's what this show's all about. To have that alignment now with Foodland, who are big on that, is very special, I think. And don't forget thelocalgame.com.au/win. That's where you can enter and nominate someone for a $50 voucher from Foodland, and they will go. Also, if they're selected, they'll go in the running for a $500 gift card at the end of the year for Volunteer of the Year. So it's great to see these entries coming through. I love reading them. Send them through. Send me more. Make it harder for me to choose each week. That's what I want. But that's all in the next few weeks. Enjoy. And we have a Club Talk up next as well. It's a local game.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Well, it's Club Talk once again. We love this segment. It's great. I love all my segments on the show, but Club Talk is good. It's you get a different side of the clubs, and we've got to see the women and men last week with Modbury Vista. This week we get to see an amateur side. It is the Adelaide Pumas, and you know the Adelaide Pumas well. We got Con that works down there as well. The head coach was a commentator last year. Now he's a part of a Cecil club.
Yeah. I think he's still going to be making the odd appearance in the commentary box, which is good. But
Yeah.
it was good to see him put on a different hat and take the reins of the Pumas. So I went out and saw him a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
They got some trial games happening in the next few weekends as well. So yeah, another one to watch.
Absolutely, and you said he will try and put on the hat again and get out there where he can with the commentary, but maybe he makes an appearance in this, we'll find out. He's not the host technically, but we'll see what happens. It is Club Talk this week with the Adelaide Pumas.
And my name's Brandon Johns. We're here for Club Talk at Adelaide Pumas for a Thursday night training session. Let's go, boys. So, Seb, how long do you take to get ready in the morning?
Me?
Before a game, yeah.
Before a game?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that long. Probably
No,
half
come
an
on.
hour. Half an hour.
How long do you take to get ready in the morning before a game?
An hour.
An hour? Shit, what do you do for an hour?
Gotta shower, gotta get the hair right, you gotta get the goatee right. Come on now.
Yeah, fair. Who wants to answer some questions, boys? Ben, what's your Saturday routine before a game?
Couple Red Bulls. 40 minutes here, that's it.
Who else wants a question? Dylan, how many shots on target are you going to get this year?
All of them.
All of them? Not going to hit any koalas?
No,
No koalas? Fair enough.
all of them.
Do you have, what's some other questions people ask? We
do you
do.
need a professional
Yeah,
to
you
do
put me
this?
on the spot
Do
here.
you need a professional
Yeah.
to do this? Do I need to introduce myself? All right, Connie Gimenez. We're here at Adelaide Pumas. I'm the coach. I'm going to take over.
Here we go.
Johnny, come with me. Tyson, come and tell our audience here, how much sunscreen do you go through for the year?
Per game, I go about 5-6 layers per game.
5 or 6 layers per game.
Yeah.
That's almost like Johnny's food. 5 or 6 meals.
Yeah, pretty much. Surprisingly, it works well. I look red after the game, but I don't get sunburnt. I actually, don't get sunburnt at all.
You look red after the game but doesn't get sunburnt.
Yeah, next day I look fine. So
That's how you deal with having no hair. Let's see what the coaches have got to say. This is Brad.
Hi guys.
Reserves coach, goalkeeper extraordinaire. Sturdy said he puts 5 or 6 layers of sunscreen on per game. What about yourself?
I only go 4 because I also wear a cap because I'm in goals.
Now, you also support the Central Coast Mariners but live in Adelaide.
That I do. Yeah.
Why? Why didn't you change?
Why would I? We've got 3 titles. To your how many?
Yeah, look, he's
And a treble. Just ignore the 6 wooden spoons.
he's got me there. What's your favourite meal?
Favourite meal? Probably have to say, carbonara. Pasta.
What Joe's got to say. Joe, what's your favourite drink?
Iced coffee.
What about with a meal?
With a meal?
All right, give us your favourite meal and drink.
Put me on the spot. Can't go wrong with a nice steak and I don't know, a beer.
All right, Kawani, come here. Now, tell us, you're a little bit taller than everyone else. Right. Have you ever had the nickname Giraffe?
No.
You're a crook. Are you related to the great Martin Crook?
I am, yes.
Tell us the relation.
My dad.
He's your dad?
Yes.
So, this is football royalty right here. The Crook family, the name lives on.
There you go.
Thank you, Joe.
No worries.
Yeah, probably lion.
Lion?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is that?
Hunger in me sometimes.
Hunger in you?
Yeah.
Look out, Div 1. We've got a lion coming towards the league this year. Brando, the original host here. I've got a question for you.
Yep.
You can have the mic back after this question. If we were to win the league,
Yeah, we can cut it.
can we cut that off or shave the whole
We
head?
can go bald. We're going bald. Yeah, whole head.
The whole head.
Baby oil, everything.
Everything. We better win the league.
We're on. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
here you go. Take over.
What am I doing now? We're going to Missy here. How many years you been at the club now?
3.
3 years?
Yeah, I think this is the third one here.
And every week he's got a different hairstyle?
That's it.
So, what are we going for next week, you reckon?
Next week? Probably going bald.
Go bald?
Yeah.
So if we win the league, you're going bald with me?
Oh, hell no.
Our resident car salesman, what's the next car you're buying? Or what are you in at the moment?
I've got a Skyline at the moment.
Dylan, what's 5 times 10? Yeah, you have to turn around. Here we've got Gianni, our goalkeeper coach. Hopefully we do some drills soon. I don't even have a question. I just want to whip into him. Do we have another goalkeeper coming?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe, yes.
If not, we're looking for one out here at Pumas.
Definitely. We need one for either the Resis or C, so any keepers out there, feel free to come out.
Well, that's enough from me.
That's
and
enough
Brandon.
from me. We're done, let's get into
Thank
training.
you for Johnny for coming out to Adelaide Pumas to do club talk, and we'll see you next time.
Well, the RAA NPL SA is, round 3 is sneaking up on us very, very quickly. But round 2 just happened on the weekend and some interesting results. But one thing I'll look at, we're 2 rounds deep now, and it's always looking at those clubs that have held on to just getting straight wins or straight losses, just to really see where things are shaping up in these early stages. But Adelaide City, we expected. We expected to have a strong start. Playford, we didn't quite expect a strong start, but it's not out of the ordinary. And Sturt, though, the other third team that's had 2 straight wins, they're a team we didn't know what to expect, and they've come out raring to go.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Adelaide City, a lot of us were predicting before the season started that they'd be a team to beat. I guess Playford, they finished out of the top 6 last year, and they were the club that came from State League 1 the year before. So to see that they're looking really strong coming out the gate, really encouraging, and with that win over Metro Stars on the weekend, that's really exciting to see.
They're definitely a club to watch because I was there from day one when Ben Moore started at the club. He was half a season through at State League 2 level. The next year, his first season, he got promoted. I was commentating that year, so watching that. Then being a part of when they won the State League 1, their final year there, and then being part of their first game in the NPL last year. But now, there could be a chance of them fighting for finals and being a top NPL club from where they started. This could be special for Ben Moore, but it's a great start. Still a long way to go, but it's a great start for him at the moment. But not a great start for 3 other clubs. We've got 3 that have won to, 3 that have lost to, LA United, West Adelaide, and Comets. So not a great start there for those 3 teams. LA United, it's hard to really say because they bring players from the A-League down. But the other 2, though, the other 2 Greek clubs, we can't have 2 Greek clubs get relegated in the same year, but early days, not a great start though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too panicked if I was West Adelaide, to be honest. They still put 3 past Dirt Lions last week, so I think that's a good sign. Adelaide Comets, that'll be an interesting one to watch. I was at their past 2 games. I thought round 1, Bacala looked fantastic, and Campbelltown City, they got the lead early on the weekend, then were able to not be very urgent and sort of frustrate Comets. So a couple first frustrating games for Comets. I think they do potentially have a tough year ahead as they try to build a little bit of momentum, but it was only a few years ago that they were right up there, so I think they're going to be right up there again.
Yep, I think so too. And staying on that same trend with 2 from 2 in the WSL, the Apex Steel WSL, Sturt and Grove both getting 2 wins in the opening 2 rounds. That's huge from those two. We thought Adelaide City were going to be the strongest team in that league this year due to them coming from WNPL and bringing some WNPL players into the league. But Sturt been great the last couple of years, but now Grove are in the mix. They've been a good team as well, but to get these early starts, still early days, I know this, but it's a great way to put your foot in it early.
Yeah, I mean, Sturt were right up there last year as well, so it's not totally surprising that they're still around the mix. But I guess Elizabeth Grove, stringing together 2 consecutive wins, and maybe Adelaide City not being able to do that the first 2 outings out, that sort of shows how close this competition is. So we're in for an exciting WSL season.
Yeah, and also former WSL side in Campbelltown City, they haven't had the greatest start. 3-0 loss to Berks. You were at that game.
Yeah, I was at that game. Again, very impressed with Berks. Big 3-0 win hat-trick for Lena Vogelsang. It was interesting because they brought in some players to reinforce their side, but some of the players for Berks that stood out for me on the weekend were the players that were there last week, and they have had the coaching change there as well. So it looks like a good start for them for 2026.
And when we look at State League 1 as well, there was a lot of teams I had there for the top. Again, disclaimer, it's only 2 rounds in. We can't get too excited, but Cobras 2 from 2 and South Adelaide 2 losses in the opening 2 rounds. That's not a great start. You never want to kickstart a season with 2 losses, or it's the first 4 weeks, I think, are very important to try and get at least 2 wins in, or at least a win and a draw, I think, personally.
Yeah, and I think for South Adelaide, just to turn our, focus to them for a second, they had a concerning end to last season. So when that happens, you really want to start this next season on a positive note, build some confidence. So, yeah, I guess a little bit disappointing watching them that they couldn't do that straight out of the block. So, again, more work to do.
Absolutely. So we'll find out how they go. But Cobras as well, great start. And to see them do well. And, we'll see how they go heading into this year. But I love the early stages. You get excited, and who knows? They could go. Some of these clubs could go on to not win a game in the next 10 weeks, or like LA United did in the A League when they won the grand final. That they just went on and think something changed in them.
Yeah, I think, like you said, it's not the best predictor of what the whole season is going to hold. But to have some confidence out of the first couple of weeks, I certainly think that helps. So
should go back and have a look at how clubs started last year, the ones that won and ones that got relegated last year, and just see how they started in those first couple of weeks. I should have done that by now, but I might do that. But anyway, and also this weekend, the HPG Home State League 2 kicks off North and South. So keep your eye on that. Any fixtures that you're looking forward to? I think I'm looking forward to seeing some of those new clubs coming through. You got Elizabeth Downs back in the league now as well. Angle Vale, Barossa United as well. So big Barossa trip now for some of these clubs, and Bulldogs.
Well, even bigger road trip to Port Pirie as well. Northern Demons in the HPG State League 2 North. That league name is a mouthful. I'm looking forward to getting back up to Port Pirie to pay them a visit. So, that's always a fun fixture too.
Yeah, so they'll be looking forward to going to Barossa a little bit closer for them.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's 2 hours as opposed to 2.5.
Yeah, so an extra half an hour is a lot. That's an hour on the trip overall. So that's what, I don't watch their shows, but one episode of maths you can get in?
I don't think they're so much measured. It's more in how many 6-packs they can get through on the way back.
True. I can only get through 2 6-packs out of 3.
And hopefully I didn't dob anyone in just then.
No names mentioned, but anyway, there's one name mentioned, that is Antonis Pagonis. Let's head to him. It's press for time, not press for slabs. It's press for time with Antonis Pagonis.
Big Friday night here in Adelaide this week, Johnny. Standalone game for the A-League Women's at Cooper Stadium. Adelaide United against Perth Glory at 6:30 p.m. Make sure you get down and support the girls, and if you want to make a night of it, 9 p.m. right next door, our friend Alex putting on his flair play for the Fringe. Definitely a must watch.
Well, what a guy, what a man. Antonis Pagonis, love this segment. But Simon, great to have you back on board again. I think I'm going to give you a break for a few more weeks.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't want to see your face once again. But no, thank you for joining me. It is a pleasure to have you here. And great to talk football. Thanks to the Gawler Eagles. Go to the Tillies. They are playing this Friday night against North Korea. So don't protest. Watch the game. Let the protesting up to North Korea. So hopefully they can stay off and then come back on so we can win and get qualified to the World Cup.
Sword fight.
Yes, sword fight. We'll end it on that now, I reckon. But also just to mention, the Matildas, if they win, they'll go into the World Cup. So this is a World Cup qualifier, not only just a quarterfinal. So they need to win this Friday night. Carnatillies and local game. We'll see you all next week. That's all from us.